aimed a gob of spit at Braden's boot. Thankfully it fell short, since Parsons' dental hygiene left much to be desired.
"Clumsy little bitch fell, is all. She was always falling and hurting herself. But you wouldn't listen now, would you, Doc?"
Braden's fingers instinctively tightened around the handle of his blade, and he fought the impulse to charge. "I don't make a habit of believing wife-beaters and liars."
"I can't get no work in Old Town, 'cause everyone's too scared of ye and your bloody family. I'm flat broke."
"How sad. Frankly, I'd rather see you dangling at the end of a rope than sneaking around Old Town like a diseased rat." Mangled Nose elbowed Parson.
"Oi, you gonna let him talk to you like that?"
"Of course not, you stupid shite. I'm gonna kill him."
"Well, get on with it. I reckon he's got a pile of blunt stowed in them pockets, not to mention a gold watch."
Braden chuckled. "Oh, I never wear my gold watch into Old Town. That's just tempting fate." When the two thugs exchanged a perplexed glance, he took advantage of their hesitation. "Finally," he said, shifting to look past his moronic adversaries. "It's about time you arrived." Proving they were indeed morons, both men glanced over their shoulders in the Stygian gloom. As they turned back to him, Braden hurled his satchel at Parsons' face. Hit squarely by the bag, heavy with medical instruments, the man roared and staggered back. Braden bolted, dodging between the men and slashing with his knife. The blade caught Mangled Nose in the arm. He bellowed, stumbling aside and clearing a path. Braden took off into the dark. Skidding around a nearby corner, he bashed his elbow into a brick wall. Ignoring the pain, he ran as fast as he dared over the uneven cobblestones. His attackers were already in hot pursuit, their heavy footsteps pounding behind him. Dark tenement buildings loomed over him like decrepit giants, blocking out the pale light of the moon. He couldn't risk twisting an ankle on the uneven stones or tripping over a doorstep. Fortunately, his assailants had to deal with the same problems, and since he was both younger and fitter, he just needed to keep on his feet until he reached safety. Finally. Light shone at the end of the seemingly endless alley, with Cowgate just ahead. There'd be at least a watchman or a constable nearby, and a few taverns would still be open. Braden had friends in those taverns, people he'd doctored over the years. They'd never... His thoughts splintered as his boots slid through something wet and slimy. He pinwheeled his arms, but went completely off kilter, landing hard on his right hip and arm. The knife flew, clattering somewhere off in the dark. Though pain lanced through his body, he forced himself to scrabble up just as his pursuers appeared out of the murk, like demons loosed from the pits of hell. Well, huffing and puffing demons anyway. Mangled Nose was cradling his injured arm, and Parsons' mouth was bleeding. But they were mobile and furious. Like the boy who'd kicked the hornet's nest, Braden was now about to get thoroughly stung.
"Think you're so clever, don't you?"
growled Parson, raising his club.
"We'll see how smart you are now."
Braden put his hands up as if in apology. With a little luck, he might be able to deflect the club before it bashed into his skull.
"In all fairness, I did manage to get past you. Only because you sliced me up good,"
Mangled Nose complained.
"Ruined my arm, you did. And I thought you were a doctor." "I am a doctor, and I'd be happy to stitch and bandage you up, free of charge, and no questions asked."
The man frowned.
"You would?"
"Feckin' hell, but you're an idiot,"
Parsons snapped.
"That's no way to speak to your best friend,"
his companion sulkily replied. "It certainly isn't," Braden said. If he could just keep them talking. "In fact, I think—"
"No one cares what ye think,"
bellowed Parson, brandishing his club.
"I'm gonna shut that gob of yours once and for all."
He moved in for the kill. Braden curled up his fists and... boom! Plaster exploded from the wall behind Parson, showering chips and dust down on his head. He staggered sideways, crashing into his friend. Mangled Nose howled.
"Dougal, that's my bad arm."
"Who gives a shite about that? Who the hell is shooting at us?"
Braden peered toward the end of the alley.
"I believe they did."
Two figures garbed in black advanced silently toward them. One was a tall, broad-shouldered man swathed